Happy hump day, baby. It's Wednesday. And you know what? It's just one of those days that sometimes you got to stand up and realize that you can be self-limiting on so many different ways. You know, when you think about what a self-limiting organism is it simply limits its growth by its actions. You know, I mean, a perfect example of that, of a true self-limiting organism, is a parasite. Now, you know, parasites grow obviously to large populations. And here's the kind of cool thing is once they do, and they overgrow themselves, you know what? They simply kill the host, which eventually then kills themselves. So that is the true definition of a self-limiting organism. And when we think about life and we think about the directions that we go and the choices that we make and the fears that we encounter on a daily basis, you know, we can take so much from that. I mean, we do self-limit ourselves on so many different factors. And, you know, there's a few things that we do or that we should then stop doing so that we can eventually be better. And simply, you know, if you think of, say, I don't know, eight different things that we can do. You know, you look at it, maybe, you know, the first one being, you know, that we engage in below the line thinking, which simply means that we believe that the situation that we're in is simply out of our control. That is totally untrue. We have placed ourselves in the condition that we're in, and it's up to us to be able to make that change. So instead of being able to think about what's so negative about the situation, we need to be able to think about the positives of the situation, get ourselves out of it, and be able to think on a good note so we no longer think negative. The second is mistaking fantastical wishful thinking for action. Obviously, that's a big one. A lot of times we can have all kinds of dreams, we can have all kinds of falsehoods of where we're at and where we want to be, but ultimately we need to take bold action. So when we take bold action, our dreams actually come true and they're no longer dreams. So do it. Don't just think about things that you want to do. Don't just have these awesome, fantastic, you know, wishes and hopes and, you know, create this aura of falsehood. Actually step up and make a change by, again, no longer thinking fantastically only, but also taking action to that fantastical thought. The next thing is, you know, a lot of times we remain powerless and speechless at the same time. And within speaking up, we become powerful. So just keep that in mind. If you've got something on your mind, get out, talk about it, and gain some power in that sense. You know, also remaining powerless in the fact that we put off self-investment. If we invest into ourselves on a daily, hourly, you know, momentarily basis, no matter how small, you're going to be successful. I don't care how you look at it. It's just the way that it's going to happen. So leading into that is resisting change. And if we no longer resist change and we accept the fact that we have taken on a new responsibility, then we can get better. We can grow in ways that we could have never imagined. So we need to stop resisting change and just accept the fact that it's meant to be. You know, the other thing that we can stop doing is honoring others' priorities before ourselves. And gosh, this is such a big one. I definitely have suffered from this for years. And until recently, I just started putting myself first. And in doing so, I have become so much more, humble in the fact that I realize who I am because I no longer spend so much time on others. And I can definitely encourage you to do the same. You know, when you stop honoring others' priorities and you put yours first, it doesn't mean that you stop, you know, giving to others. It actually means you give more to others because you're so comfortable in yourself because you're taken care of. And in doing so, you become a much better person and it's much more of an even balance. You know, and the next thing is, of course, doubting self and our instincts. And gosh, that's such a big one. You know, we all have that gut feeling, you know, that thing that comes in line with this is right, this is wrong, and it's never led us in the wrong direction. It hasn't. Now, us overthinking does, but understanding that doubt and what our instincts are, that's real. And if we learn to follow that and go with it in the way that it's meant to be, we'll be very successful. And the other thing, is of course, when searching for handouts and easy answers, there are none. So if we can just keep those in mind and move forward, then we're much better off. So, in essence, again, we need to stop engaging in below the line thinking, mistaking fantastical, wistful thinking for action. Take bold action instead. Removing powerless, or stop remaining powerless and being speechless. If we actually act up and move, we're good. Stop putting off self-investment. Stop resisting change. Stop honoring others' priorities before our own. And stop doubting ourselves and our instincts. And then, of course, doubting and starting to look for handouts and easy answers because there aren't any. And ultimately, when we can do that, we're going to be successful. I really appreciate you listening. This is Jeff Corbett with Exist with Purpose Sustainable Communities. www.ewpsc.org. You can also find us on Facebook at facebook.com/EWPSC. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for liking. Please share this with somebody who you think might benefit. I hope you have a wonderful day. And you need to know that I didn't look at the camera at all for this. It's on my dashboard, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye, guys.